For more than a month, thousands have called the protest camp in Cairo home, setting up their own barricades with volunteer guards, demanding Egypt's first democratically elected president, Mohamed Morsi, be reinstated. The camp, now so sophisticated, it has its own restaurants, barbershops, and even a fully functioning hospital with millions of dollars worth of donated equipment. Egyptian police, backed by their military rule, have threatened to dismantle the camps. Despite the threat of violence, many say they won't leave until their demands are heard. But the military is showing no signs of backing down, meaning it could be a very long standoff. And now we turn to negotiations between Israel and Palestine, where renewed peace talks have hit a bump in the road. Israeli and Palestinian negotiators resumed direct talks today. The news that Israel is planning for more than 1,000 new settlement units to be built on disputed territory has cast the success of those talks in doubt. Now, after 3 years, both sides agreed to return to the negotiating table after some very intense diplomatic efforts by U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry. But the preliminary approval for new settlements in the West Bank and Jerusalem, which are considered illegal under international law, has angered senior Palestinian figures and prompted condemnation from Israel's Western allies. After all, this is one of the issues that derailed the last round of talks in 2010. And on a positive note, dozens of Palestinian prisoners are getting their first taste of freedom in years. People across Gaza and the West Bank are out in the streets celebrating the imminent homecoming of 26 prisoners. Israel's goodwill gesture in releasing the prisoners could be a positive step in the peace negotiations. And a group of young Indian women has had enough of sexual harassment and assaults, so they're fighting back. They're called the Red Brigade, and they're on patrol in one of India's poorest regions, mostly teenage girls, but in each instance, the harassed victim finds herself blamed for inviting sexual violence. And worse, not allowed to step out of the house or go to school. The message to predators is clear: change your ways or be ready to face the consequence. Critics say this form of vigilante justice is testing the law, but these girls say they have to protect themselves because no one else is. And that's your world in a minute.